Hi guys. So I don't look very good right now because I'm sick. So total 180 yesterday, super pretty with my French makeup look, and then I woke up this morning and thought I was gonna die. So I'm not feeling that great. I just made myself some tea with my little cat Audrey Hepburn because I love Audrey Hepburn. And I figured now's a good time for me to answer your guys' questions. So hopefully everyone got their questions in and we can just go through them. So let's do it. All right, so I'm just going to start with whatever's at the top here of the comment section. So it may not go in order of what people commented with, but we'll get through it. Okay, so the first one is from Teas Fresh, and she asks, what is your career? So I actually work in advertising for an online advertising company. I don't do like the creative stuff, like I don't make ads or anything like that. I kind of do more like the back end stuff, where I make sure that the ads are running correctly and that campaigns are delivering to what they should be. And I kind of wear a lot of hats, so my title doesn't really describe what I do. Like I'm just an associate manager, but it doesn't really tell people what it is that I do, so that's not incredibly descriptive. But just overall, I work in advertising for an online media company. The second question is, you mentioned before that you like watching Adventure Time. What other geeky things / fandoms do you enjoy? And that's from Corbinik, and I think I'm going to butcher all of your guys' YouTube names because probably that's just what's going to happen. So what other geeky things? I'm a pretty darn geeky person. I'm just going to put that out there right now. So Adventure Time is like tip of the iceberg, probably. My cat's name is Caprica after Battlestar Galactica. So that gives you a pretty good idea. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. I play video games. I play board games like Settlers of Catan. I would not call myself a like hardcore gamer in either sense at all, but I do dabble. And God, what else? I feel like sometimes I can't remember all the geeky things that I like and do, because I personally don't think they're geeky. I think they're awesome. So I don't know what else about. I don't know. I mean, what else is geeky that I like? Everything? No. There's a lot. I feel like that gives you a good idea of how geeky I might be. I don't know. Maybe follow-up question at some point if you guys want me to answer that better. The next question is, which language do you speak? Where do you live? And what is your favorite food? And that's from Mac Woodwinked. So I speak Spanish and, of course, English. I took French in high school and Italian in college. I'm terrible at Italian. I'm much better at French. And, of course, I'm fluent in Spanish because I grew up speaking it. So, where do I live? I live in San Francisco. I think I've mentioned that in a couple of my videos before. I've only been living here for about 3 years, but so far I would find it really hard to move from here. I like it. And my favorite food, alright, so that's a tough one. I feel like my favorite comfort food, like if I needed comfort food, is actually mashed potatoes, which I think is really weird. Like people find that odd. They're just like, why not like chocolate or ice cream? It's like, no, I want mashed potatoes. My favorite like everyday food, probably creamy pesto pasta. I could live off that stuff. I don't know what it is, but I love that stuff. So the next question is, did your education influence your adoration of makeup? Like, were you an art major in college or anything like that? And that's from Niall Mederet. Okay, I'm hoping I didn't butcher that too badly. So I actually double majored in English and musical theater in college. Surprise! Yeah. But oddly enough, in college, I ended up doing more of the background stuff when I was involved in theater. I mean, I acted in 2 plays, but for the most part, I also did like stage managing and costume design and, you know, what have you. And so that's when I kind of started getting involved with theatrical makeup. Even though I'd done theater in high school, everyone just kind of did their own makeup. And it wasn't until I got involved in theater in college that I kind of started realizing like what you could really do with theater makeup. And that was just so fascinating to me. And so I wouldn't say that that necessarily sparked my love of makeup. I think that that was just an entirely different situation. But musical theater definitely like fed the, you know, that love for makeup and just really made me want to do so much more research to find out how to do more. So yeah, I guess my education kind of helped with that. So next one is, how old are you? I am turning 25 next month, and that's from 9/11/38/7. I am 26. I just turned 26. My birthday was August 18th, so I'm newly 26. People keep asking me how old I am, and I'm just like 26. Like, it's just weird turning a new age when I just got used to saying that I'm one age, now I'm another one. I hate that part about getting older. Like, I don't mind getting older. I just hate having to remember how old I am. That's just weird. All right, let's see what's the next one. When did you get interested in makeup, and what was your first favorite brand? What are your must-haves from MAC? Maybe you could do a video. And let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's see. When did I first get interested in makeup? Okay, so I blame my sister-in-law for this. She wasn't my sister-in-law yet at the time. She had just started dating my brother. And I didn't really know how to do makeup, and she is just like a pro. Like, she's super good, and she does other people's makeups just for fun, like for their weddings and all of that. And so she basically took me under her wing and took me to the MAC counter and had them teach me just like the basics, like how do you put on foundation, how do you pick foundation, how do you, you know, put on eyeshadow, like what colors complement my skin tone. And then at the end of it, she like bought me like a good amount of makeup that basically just to get me started, like a powder brush and a foundation and like 3 eyeshadows. And, you know, like in retrospect, I realized that she must have spent so much money on me. Like, I think it was for Christmas or something like that. But even then, it was like, she must have spent a lot of money on that makeup just to get me started. And from then on, I was like a MAC fangirl. I was like obsessed with MAC for a little while. And honestly, I probably still am. Like, I've learned to branch out, but I love new MAC collections and I love talking to the girls at the counter there. So I guess I would say that my favorite brand is MAC because that's what I own the most of. So yeah, probably MAC. And what are my must-haves from MAC? Warm Soul Blush, that's like my favorite blush in the entire world. Lingering Brow Pencil, I feel like it's just such a great universal eyebrow pencil color. Let's see, what else? I love Samoa Silk and Soft Brown and Just eyeshadows there because they pair really well together and they're really good to use. It's like, oh, I don't want to put a lot of effort, I just want a little bit of definition. Like, I could live with only Soft Brown because I use it every time I do an eye look, honestly, now that I think about it, because it always goes in my contour just to kind of like give some definition and kind of like tie everything together. So Soft Brown is a must-have for me. What else? I guess MAC Matchmaster foundation. I think that was the first foundation before Urban Decay Naked Foundation that I fell in love with. I think everything else I just kind of settled for, and then Matchmaster came out and I fell in love with it. It's just such a great foundation. And what else? Let's see. So I named a blush, named a foundation. Anything else? I think Graph Black PowerPoint eyeliner. It's like the only eyeliner that doesn't go all over the place on my eyelids for some reason. Because even like the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners, they run on me like nobody's business. But Graph Black, MAC PowerPoint eyeliner. Good one. Or, you know what? I don't think it's a PowerPoint eyeliner. I think it's just an eye kohl. Yeah, that's what it is. So that one, big recommendation on that one. God, there are a lot of things I could recommend for MAC. That would be like a whole other video. So yeah, good recommendation, just new to beauty, because I will have to make a video for that. Let's see what else. Oh, sorry. Who are your favorite brands? What do you like to do in your free time other than makeup related to stuff? Where are you from originally? What is your career and your favorite designer? And that's from Ralbury1. So what are my favorite brands? So I said MAC. I really like Tarte and Lorac. I just learned how to pronounce that, by the way. I'd been pronouncing it Lorac, and it's Lorac, so fail. Let's see, what else? Urban Decay. I love Urban Decay. I own all of their palettes, like the big palettes, like the Book of Shadows ones. And what else? I think I try to stay in the more like mid-range section because I can't fall in love with Dior. I can't afford to buy that much stuff. But I will splurge on certain items here and there, like something that's like really pretty and that I know that I'll wear all the time. So I guess for the most part it would be just kind of like MAC, or like in drugstore stuff. I love Revlon. Revlon's great, and especially for lip stuff. And Maybelline, their color tattoos. So I just started falling in love with Maybelline because of that. So, and L'Oreal Voluminous, love that stuff. So yeah, those are all wonderful brands. What do I do in my free time other than makeup? I'm gonna be honest. I'm a really boring person. I probably don't do much. I watch a lot of really geeky shows, as previously mentioned. I hang out with my boyfriend a lot, and we watch geeky shows together. And let's see what else. I would say that because I focus on work so much, makeup is like my big outlet, like my creative outlet, and that is what I do other than work. Is makeup, is like research it, learn more, talk to people about it, figure out what's coming next, figure out what looks good on me and what doesn't, organizing all my makeup. I have an Excel spreadsheet for my makeup, so that's how crazy pants I am about it. So yeah, I feel like a total loser for not having another hobby, but that's it. And then, where am I from originally? I'm actually from Inglewood in the LA area, and a lot of people, when they meet me, they're just like, you do not look like you're from Inglewood. I also don't talk like I am, which I very much did on purpose. I didn't enjoy people assuming that I was ignorant because I spoke a certain way. So I learned from a very young age to speak correctly. And I think that's why I became an English major in college, because it was a really big thing for me to learn correct grammar growing up, and it just kind of like stayed with me. And like I said, my career, I work in advertising, and my favorite designer, I'm going to be honest, I love clothes. I do, but I don't like paying a lot of money for clothes. So Forever 21 isn't a designer, but that's where I get most of my clothes. Like, I guess if I had to say, like, if there was like one place where I could get all of my clothes from and like be super, super happy, it would be J. Crew. But I really can't afford J. Crew that much ever, really. I'd have to find something like on sale. But like places that I shop the most at would be like Forever 21, Gap, Old Navy, Ann Taylor Loft. I love Ann Taylor Loft. That's probably another place that I could probably just live off of if I had the money. In Urban Outfitters. And then everything else is just kind of like random outlet stuff that I find online, like cheap boots or what have you. And the next question is, are you a city dweller? Describe your general style, aesthetic, and your journey to how it got to how it is now. So I am a city dweller. I'm living in San Francisco right now, and I'm from a city as well because I grew up in the LA area. My general style, aesthetic, I think for the longest time I didn't really understand what looked good on me and what I felt comfortable in. So I was just kind of like this weird hodgepodge of just like stuff that just really ended up looking really neutral and boring. I was like a very neutral and boring dresser, like jeans, t-shirts, ponytails, whatever, you know, like I was much skinnier than I am now. I was always really, really skinny growing up, but I just never knew how to dress it, and I was always like really ashamed of my body. So I just like failed at fashion for the longest time. Like I think I knew what looked good, but I didn't know how to feel comfortable in it when I was wearing it. So it wasn't until I turned like 23 that I actually felt comfortable wearing all these really wonderful clothes that I'd been purchasing that I knew I loved and wanted to wear. And then finally, just like one day, it was like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm spending all this money. I want to wear the things that I think are pretty. I'm just going to wear them. And I started getting such great feedback from people because everyone was used to seeing me in t-shirts and jeans. And I would say that like my style icon, if I had to pick one, would be Alexa Chung. Like, I love her style because it's young and it's effortless but like still fun, and there's like pops of color sometimes, and it's, you know, it's not too little girlish, and sometimes I can lean that way, and you know, I'll have fun with it, but it was just definitely an evolution of like understanding fashion and knowing what looked good together and being able to put together an outfit but not really feeling comfortable wearing it myself, you know. I don't know what it was. It must have been a self-esteem issue, but you know, as I got older, I just kind of realized like I can wear whatever the hell I want. Nobody cares what I wear, you know. And then once I got really great feedback about it and people just being like, oh, you know, you're such a great dresser, I just kind of ran with it. And I remember when I got these glasses, I was afraid that everyone was going to be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you wearing right now? And everyone was just kind of like, those are cool. Where did you get those? And so, you know, I realized that for the longest time I was afraid of dressing the way I wanted to dress. And then I realized it was okay because no one cares. So that's how I got to here. I mean, obviously, I will still have my t-shirt and jeans days, but for the most part, I feel really comfortable putting together like a fun outfit, you know, and I think Alexa Chung got me there. So thanks, Alexa Chung. All right, let's see. What are your secrets when it comes to acne? The primer you used in the video, how do you like it and where did you get it? It's from Shay410. So my secrets when it comes to acne, I wash my face at night and in the morning. And what I do at night is I use, what do I use? It's a Biore Ice Cleanser. Like, it's an acne fighting cleanser. It has like 2% salicylic acid in it. And I use that every night. I wash off my makeup every night with that. And in the morning when I wake up, I use a rose water toner with no alcohol in it, just to kind of like get whatever I have on my face from the night before off before I put anything on. So before I go to bed, I actually put on this stuff called Vichy Normaderm acne fighting moisturizer, and it has salicylic acid in it as well. So that's what I'm getting off in the morning when I use the rose water toner, is getting off that thing that I put on my face the night before. And then after that, I just remember to put on moisturizer in the morning before I put on my primer and my foundation. And the moisturizer is just to rehydrate my skin after I've just cleaned it and then put salicylic acid on it. You want to make sure that you're not over drying your skin, because then you're not really helping it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, so you can see everything. I still have a lot of issues with acne, but this is what I found to be the best, and you know, that's what works. The primer that I used in the video, it's the Cover FX acne fighting gel treatment. So that is just the tester that I got from Sephora, and I think as a primer it works super, super well. I can't really speak to how it works as an acne fighting treatment. I like to use it when I feel like my skin isn't being very nice to me, but I don't know if it actually does anything. It does contain salicylic acid, so it might really help that that's the underlayer before I put foundation on, because then there's a treatment going on throughout the day for whatever I have on my face. So, I mean, I haven't noticed anything drastic, but I assume that it's doing something, mostly because of the salicylic acid. It's meant to actually fight blemishes on your face. Let's see. Next question is, what are your secrets? Oh, same one. What do I do at work is the next question. I just answered that. So, but that was from Juliet Sweetman. And the next one is from J Sierra 15. What is your ethnicity? What do you do for a living? And what kind of music do you like? So, my ethnicity, I am Mexican. And people always ask me, are you sure? Because I think I have a little bit more of an exotic look to me, and I think people are caught off guard by the fact that I'm just Mexican. But that's it. That's a secret. And I've already answered what I do for a living. As for music, I know a lot of people like to say, oh, I like all kinds of music. I'm super eclectic. And the answer is that I really do like all kinds of music, and I am really super eclectic. And it really just depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I'm at work and I just need to put my earbuds in and just like focus on working, I put on house music, to be honest, or like electronic music. And if I'm like getting ready to go out, I put on like fun pop music. And if I'm just chilling out, then I put on kind of like, you know, like taiko experimental kind of music. Or, you know, I listen to a lot of like indie music and what people like to call hipster music. But I vary a lot. I like a lot of different types of music, and of course I listen to music in Spanish as well. So I wouldn't say that I have one favorite. I think it mostly depends on what I'm doing and what mood I'm in. But I think I've always had that soft spot for pop music because I love singing. I love singing. I'm constantly singing throughout the day. So pop music is the first thing that I kind of latched onto. So pop music will always have a soft spot in my heart. But like I said, you know, there's just a little bit of everything in my everyday. So a lot of different types of music. I mean, I even like country. Like I listen to Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood. So, you know, I'm all over the place. So yeah. I think that's the last question, guys. So hopefully this 23-minute long video is not going to put you to sleep. And hopefully you enjoyed this. And, you know, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask them on this video in the comments. And, you know, I'll answer them in the comments or make another video or whatever. So hopefully this was informative. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!